Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is a brand new day in the Asia and Oceania regional qualifiers for the World Esports IESF. My name is Sir Cloud, together with my beautiful partner here, Red Queen, will be your storytellers for today. And today we're going to focus on to Group A. So, Red Queen, you were around during Group A's first day. Can you give us a rundown of whatever happened on that day?
Okay, so here is, how it went down during that match. And I'm just going to give you guys the names that really made a big impression on me. So there's KGZ as number one. They were the ones who actually scored double chicken dinner from day number one. From the players, it's Raindrop. He did a lot of clutch moves. And for a team that I'm expecting to have like a boost of energy for today's matches would be UAE. They haven't really gotten a chance to have an explosive gameplay. So perhaps, in the last six matches that we're going to have for the qualifiers, I'm really hoping that they prepped up for this one. I mean, they've already had a chance to go through, the first broadcast. So I'm pretty sure they've studied their opponents, and maybe checked out, okay, what kind of rotations do we think this team is going to do, for the remaining six matches today. So a bit of a change in the pace, coming from the teams here. There were only quite a number of teams who really showed us what they can bring into the table. So I'm really hoping for more action to happen with Group A.
Yeah, and if I were to look at the overall standings from Group A's day one, yeah, UAE is the only team that has a single digit. So they have to work it out here today if they want to stand a chance to be at the top spot. But just to illustrate to all of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, this is the teams that are inside of a Group A. We have UAE, we have Kuwait, Turkmenistan, Lebanon, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Oman, Mongolia, Syria, Iran, as well as Jordan. And also to note that since you mentioned Kyrgyzstan had 2 chicken dinners, Iraq, they had 2 as well.
Oh, yeah. Were they the teams? I think it was Iraq. Yeah. Iraq also did amazing, that is for sure. And also Jordan. Jordan actually started the matches pretty strong. I believe they just kind of slowed down when it comes to consistency, but they were able to maintain being in the top 5, if I'm not mistaken. We'll probably show you guys the overall rankings later on, but we're actually showing you the point system again. So teams, they have a chance to earn points in 2 ways. That would be the elimination points and the point system. So it means that if a team wins the first place, they get a total of 10 points. That's the winner chicken dinner. And moving down the list here, all they need to do is just not get eliminated at 9th place to the 16th, because they will not get anything from the match.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that bracket, right? But you still get a chance to gain elimination points per elimination, that is. So there are still opportunities there, but teams will need to grind it out, because today will be the last 6 games before we lock in the top seeding in Group A.
Yep. And you know what, Sir Cloud? They already had a full day's rest, so I'm sure that they've gone through all their strat, to prepare for today. So this is not just another tournament. These players, these individuals were chosen to represent their country. So I'm sure that they are prepared, to break their boundaries to get the big W here.
Yeah, they are the chosen ones.
The chosen ones.
The chosen ones. And that's why they're representing their countries, right? So that's why they are up here, bringing the flag, bringing the glory, hoping to move on to the next stage of this tournament. Oh man, can't wait to get things going. I'm so excited, because there are some of these countries that I've seen them play before as well, before this. And I really want to see, it's been a while since I've last seen them play as a country, right? So I would love to see them play here again today. Of course, one of the notable names, besides the ones that you have mentioned, I would say for me, it's Mongolia. They are in top 3, no chicken dinner, no problem. So they are also a country that will be given attention to.
Oh yeah, that is for sure. I mean, I believe there were a lot of times that a team actually ended with maybe 13 kills to maybe 16 kills from a match or so. I would want to see that happen again, for the six matches that we have left so far for the qualifiers. And again, only the top three teams will proceed to the grand finals. So we don't really have that much time, to be honest. So I feel like the time for them to turn their aggression on is really today. After all, this is the last day, the last chance to make something happen for your team.
Yeah, and you mentioned about like eliminations, right? So I'm just going over the chart. Kyrgyzstan, who's currently at number one, they have the most eliminations. That's 47. Now, the second highest elimination happened to be the team at third place, which is Mongolia, with 35 eliminations. So they're showing that they are able to really put up a challenge just through eliminations. Now, if they can find a way to balance the place on points, I'm pretty sure they will be up there and they will put a big challenge to Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, I mean, with this group, Sir Cloud, the only thing that I really appreciate coming from these teams is that they are really going for the engagements. It's not just about the late game or the late zone fights. I think for this group, we will be able to see maybe one to two, maybe 1 to 3 drop clashes happen. I'm not sure if teams would go for a more cautious gameplay, but then again, in order to win this tournament, since we don't really have that much time, I feel like they should really go for, I guess, aggressive elimination because, I mean, we're talking about KGZ, and right now they are topping the charts here, and there are a lot of teams also eager to prove themselves, And I don't exactly know what's going to happen, but I feel like we're going to witness a reshuffle still.
Well, looks like we still maintain the same names here for UAE. No reshuffling for them. Brook, we have Storm El Chap, we have OC, we have Storm G here representing UAE, and representing the next team, Kazakhstan, we have Thanos, sorry there. Fuyu, sorry if I butcher it, ladies and gentlemen. We have Kaiser and we have Nagi. Now, I do remember Kaiser back in one of the tournaments that I casted before, but it has been a while, so let me just see them play again today.
Yeah, and we also got Owner, Ragnar, Rage, and Hadj. And again, ladies and gents, we do apologize if we're not really pronouncing or enunciating the names right. We're trying our best, believe us. Yeah, so we do want to apologize, as early as now. And again, we're looking at the roster for Oman this time, and we got Alami or Salami, we got Steez, we got Renmar, and Action.
Yep, and we also have here representing Turkmenistan, we have Nonamik, we have Bellingham, Anonym, and we have Mzax. Yes, and what makes it sometimes complicated, right? Is because like like in a sentence, like they put a number in between, so it has to we have to process the number. Do we say it as a number or do we say it as an alphabet? So yeah, it takes a bit of processing there.
Yeah, it's really hard, but it's okay. We got you guys. We got you. But you know what? I was talking to a friend the other day, and she explained to me that because we do see a lot of countries with ending in tan, right? Like Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. So the tan actually stands for nation, or like a group, like a big group. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you guys are watching down there in the comment section. So again, this is just like a mini conversation outside of the game. But yeah, so tan actually stands for like nation. So Paki nation or Pakistan, or something like that. I mean, you get my meaning.
Oh, okay. That's nice fun fact there. I never knew that fun fact. So I guess for all you guys in the audience, if you do know or can verify the fun fact, do put it in the comment section. We'd like to hear from you guys as well. And also Uzbekistan here represented by Jonic. We have Spidey, not man. And we have Butcher and we have Koji here representing Uzbekistan. Also one of the countries that I have had some encounter before this as well. But again, it's been a good amount of years now, so it'd be nice to see an update from them. And of course, we have Iran here as well, who will be joining us. I believe that they did not join us last week, so hopefully we'll get to see them here this week.
Oh, is that so? I thought they were like composed of John Cena members. Can't see us.
I see what you did there.
Can't see them. Anyway, we also got players from Jordan. We got Ragnarok. We got Jordan Life, Tommy, and then we got Omar Safe. So this is clever.
Definitely a clever move there to put up his name as it is. But also, hopefully, they'll be able to come up with clever moves here in our maps, starting off with Sanhok, followed by 3 Erangels, and then we have 2 Miramas to end the day. So it's going to be a pretty standard map rotation. All the teams will be playing each and every map. There will not be any group rotation. So you will get to see your favorite team in all the 6 games. So make sure you stay tuned with us throughout the day.
Oh yeah, and also, you know what? We would like to thank Iesf, of course, for putting a great tournament just as like this one. You know, this isn't just about who gets the chicken dinner. It's also giving, of course, the players, teams, you know, a stage to flex their grind, you know, their hustle, their heart. Whether you're from like a big region or not, if you got the skills, this is already your moment, you know, to show the world what you're made of. And I love what I see, you know, coming from the teams here. They're not disappointing their fans. They're like really going for that the pride and the glory, you know, to take home to their country.
Yeah, and the one right now who's at the top waving the flag with pride and glory is Kyrgyzstan. It's like what you mentioned earlier, they are a team that is performing and is shown in the points as well. 81 points held by Kyrgyzstan. And then we have Iraq at second place with 61 points, followed by Mongolia with 50 points. Mongolia, no chicken dinner, no problem to be up there. And then we have Uzbekistan with 46 points and Jordan with 43 points, Kuwait 42 points, Kazakhstan 35 points, Syria 34, Lebanon 24, Oman 17, and UAE with 3. Now all eyes will be on to UAE if they'll be able to make a significant comeback today.
I mean, like, if we have fans here from UAE, of course, I know for a fact that you guys are not going to let this happen. You're not going to let this pass, you know, being at the bottom of the barrel here, only with 3 points. Since we're already done with day number 1, you guys have at least an information on how to go about every clashes, you know, every opportunity for you guys to score a point. And what you can do in the comment section is make a lot of noise, you know, just support your team, support your players. I want to see those flags in the comment section to make sure that you brought everyone to this tournament to make noise, you know, to support the teams that we have here, eager to prove what they can do in the battlefield.
Yes, absolutely right. So put in your support to your favorite team here. Wave all the flags. We'd love to see all the flags up there in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We are watching you. So, you know, put out your best support for all your favorite teams. Now, coming into Sanhok, right? Our first match today. So, what kind of gameplay will you expect in the first game?
Oh, well, okay, Sanhok. I expect a lot of early clashes, that is for sure. If I'm not mistaken, Paradise Resort, it's always occupied by 2 teams, so we'll see whose booking was officially reserved. Because if not, then you know what's going to happen to you. You're going to get evicted out of Paradise Resort. So that's one of the things that I look forward to. Boot camps, not so much in there. I think Painan is gonna get busy as well.
Interesting, right? I would always think that bootcamp might be a priority for a lot of the teams, right? But surprising enough, even in Group B as well, when we played Sanhok, bootcamp, nobody went there at the very beginning. So I don't know, is it like just the stigma of like, if you go to bootcamp, you immediately have to fight. But if everyone thinks that way, then nobody occupies bootcamp.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing that we've noticed so far from this group, Sanhok, they like to play it with vehicles. And usually, you know, when it comes to Sanhok, it's more about stealthy attacks. You know, it's all about suppressor. It's all about really being quiet. You know, it's like, you know, Predator versus Alien type of thing. You know, you have to really plan out everything before you move forward. But in this situation, Sir Cloud, it's more of like, yeah, they use vehicles to actually go around the map. So that's unusual for me, at least. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, normally from what I've seen as well is that if you, even if there's vehicles being used, right, it's probably like only one or two teams. The majority of them would do the jungle boat thingy, like what you said, right? Just navigate around the jungle on foot because you want to reduce the amount of sound to give away your position to your opponents because it is the smallest map. So it's not hard
Yeah.
for your opponents to be somewhere around the corner. So you don't want to really alert them. Hence, most teams would just be on foot when it comes to Sanhok. And plus, it's a smaller map.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't really need to rotate that much. Unless for maybe some of the few teams that likes to take either late rotations or they know they drop really far from the circle, then maybe. But for the most part, yeah, they're on foot.
Yeah, that's exactly what what we've talked about during day number one is a little bit unusual. Then again, maybe there will be a shift in terms of like their tactics, their strategies in Sanhok. After all, we're done with day number one, so they've got to. I mean, they've already experienced one another, right? Warm up is over. This is the real thing. Again, the last chance to make it happen. Today, we're gonna find out just who will, proceed to the grand finals. I believe only the top three teams will get a golden ticket to the grand finals. And since we've already experienced as well, the performance from Group B, I think this qualifiers already shaping up to be like a really exciting one because come grand finals, we already know, we already have an idea like which teams we think is really gonna perform.
Yeah, by that time, you're going to pick the best of the best of the best across the world together. Can you imagine that? The best across the world by country? Man, that's so exciting.
know.
And also the I believe that okay, so I was also having this chatter with a friend as well, right, earlier today. And this friend of mine was saying that, you know what, when it comes to these sort of tournaments, when it's like country versus country, like the feeling is different from a club versus club. And so I asked like, okay, which one will you be more excited for? And he says that, well, I'll be more excited for country versus country. You know, there's just
Yeah.
something in a country thing.
Yeah, I would prefer that too. I mean, we've already said this that this guys actually were chosen, to represent that. That means that out of the players in your local community, you have a chance to actually take home something, to make your community proud. Heck, to make the whole country proud. So I guess it's a great honor. Like if you were a professional esports player and you've come across an opportunity like this one, I can understand the pressure, that this guys must be feeling. They have like a chip on their shoulder, like they're carrying the whole nation with them and proving to them that we're the best team there is when it comes to PUBG Mobile. So I guess everyone is just really excited because the amount of support is really outpouring.
Yeah, and because of the narrative, right, it kind of bands people together. Like it doesn't matter, like, oh, whether you know PUBG Mobile or you don't know PUBG
Yeah.
Mobile, because they're representing your country. Everyone goes like, okay, I'll give them my support, okay, regardless of whether I follow the game or not. So that also
Yeah.
opens up opportunity for people to discover the game as well. We kind of think about it.
Yeah, and whether you like it or not, right? Like if you get to watch a tournament, you do not only like maybe appreciate your team's effort, like with how they move inside the games, but you also get to appreciate other teams, other players, because well, there are a lot of really talented and high skilled players that we have in PUBG Mobile that knows how to not just with the gunfights, right? But outwitting, outsmarting their opponents, and sometimes you just have to appreciate that about a certain player.
Oh yeah, absolutely, right. And we'll be able to discover different play styles from different countries as well. I mean, I always find like international events like this very interesting because you get to like discover new cultures. Like I'm
Yeah.
somebody who likes to look at culture, and even play style is a culture itself. So
Exactly.
it's exciting to get to see that. Oh, so now we're looking at Group A is these set of teams from one part of the world, and then Group B is another set of teams from another part of the world, and we can get to see like they are very distinct in terms of how they play the game.
Exactly. Like in every region, I think there's a different meta. And so, sometimes when we have tournaments like this, I feel like it's also like a clash of meta. Like which meta really is the best? Do you go for like getting into the middle right off the bat, or would you stick to the edge of the circle? Are you gonna go for the late gameplay, or are you the team who love to ram others, just to get those elimination points? A lot of plays, a lot of strategy coming into play at the beginning, at the end. So I guess, for me, as a caster, I genuinely appreciate, all of the strategies that I see in every tournament, and just like how great their reflexes is, because I can no longer do that. I'll stick with casting, guys.
Yeah, that's why we are sitting here talking about how amazing these players are, and we're not in the battleground ourselves. That's a reason why we're on the other side at the end.
Hello from the other side.
Hello from the other side. Yeah, and you know what? Since it is September, speaking about songs, right? I've been hearing the September anthem
Oh
being
my
played
gosh.
the entire like almost every
Yeah.
day. Can you guess which
Yeah.
song is it?
Is it from this girl MC?
Oh, is that? Oh, I was thinking actually, "Wake Me Up."
Oh! It's a reference that I think you and I both understand.
Oh
I don't think
no!
the audience understands, so we need to update our references, Sir Cloud. But yeah, I
Oh.
absolutely get you. But there's also this thing like when Burr months come, it's usually MC that that dominates all of the radio charts, right? Like every radio and every restaurant stores, they play this over and over and over again. It kind of reminds you, oh no, it's time for me to save up some money to buy gifts, for my relatives and special someone, something like that. But of course, it's the spirit of the holiday.
I need to be updated with that one. I'm not too familiar with that reference, so I guess that just shows the generational gap.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Na, for Christmas,
Oh.
there is just something I need.
Oh, isn't that a classic?
Yeah, it's from. I'm not even sure, like, if we're allowed to say anything here, but yeah,
Okay,
it's from MC. Like,
Right.
we always hear her songs get played on the radio, in the restaurants, inside the stores, in the malls. I think that's a pretty good, steady business right there. You go, MC girl.
I clearly haven't been to the mall enough. Yeah, so
Sir
yeah.
Cloud always stays in his office, ladies and gents. And mind you, this guy is already a published author right here when it comes to esports. So do check him out, ladies and gents, if you want to find out about, the culture of esports, any topics about esports. Follow Sir Cloud at Sir Cloud MY.
Yeah, have you checked out my renovated office? Like,
Yeah. You look so chic.
wow. Oh, is that a new generational term?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure anymore. There's a lot of new words, to be honest, and I'm just really trying my best to catch up. But we Gucci. You and I, we Gucci.
We Gucci. Yeah, we Gucci. We Gucci. I'm not sure if people use that term anymore nowadays, but we Gucci. We Gucci.
We Gucci, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
But I hope we Gucci. You guys are Gucci as well. All right, don't forget to invite your friends. I mean, we're about to start our first game in Sanhok. And I'm not even sure who you guys are rooting for, but I do see a lot of KGZ fans out there. There's a lot of Kyrgyzstan flags and also Pakistan. But Pakistan's not going to play today, guys. They're going to play tomorrow.
Yeah, I noticed that like before the stream even started, right? Like people are already like supporting like, oh, Pakistan and all that in the stream. But they're actually playing tomorrow. Not to disappoint you guys, it's great that you're here to join in onto the party. Like what we said, right? It's also about discovering different type of play styles from different countries, right? So do stick around. But just so you know, if you're expecting like your favorite team, like let's say Pakistan, to be playing, well, they're in Group B. So that's tomorrow, people.
That's tomorrow, ladies and gents. Come on. But, I do understand why you guys are kind of also would want to find out what's happening with Group A. Just for some information, maybe you guys would want to compare about like how aggressive Group A can be. So by the time we get to see them everyone in the same lobby. Again, we pretty much already know just who's gonna dominate who or which rivalry is gonna brew. Those are just some of the things that we really look forward to. Now, the teams are just preparing, but I think we will be starting in just a while. We're just waiting for the cue from production to start the game. But in the meantime, I think we can maybe we can discuss about Iran. Was that Iran that wasn't able to join us? Oh, okay. So Iraq wasn't able to join us during the first day of the competition, but don't you worry, guys, because they are here already. They rejoined. Okay, sorry for that one. I'm getting the information as we speak, ladies and gents. Okay, so they rejoined the competition, Iraq, and we are flashing onto the screen, of course, the roster for this nation. Aleko, we got PSMAM 92, Azzy, Hiwaklar. There you go. Azzy, okay, if I'm not mistaken, Azzy kind of stepped up as well during day number 1, and he did bring some fans along with him in the comment section. I wonder if he's gonna do something extraordinary today, to make up for the points. They weren't able to play a couple of games maybe, but today, since they are here, they are present. I feel like they are also eager to show us, their brutality inside the match.
Wow! So we have the Azzy Army in the chat, or the Azzy Army. Yeah, like you can make it like an AA, right? Like Azzy Army. That's an idea. That's an idea for you Azzy fans.
Azzy Army. There you go. So again, for the fans out there, they actually Iraq actually played, from game 1 to game number 6 there. But yeah, anyway. Again, Sanhok. What do you think is gonna happen here, Sir Kyle? Do you think, since we are already down to our last 6 matches here and we're not gonna have too many Sanhoks? In total, they only played like 2 Sanhoks in the entirety of the qualifiers. So, do you think we're gonna see more CQC happen, or do you think teams would be more cautious this one, err on the safe side?
Ooh, because day 1 it was more on the safer side, right? So I guess it's also because everyone's trying to feel each other, like trying to understand the lobby. So perhaps that is why. And also one of the other reasons, of course, because in day 1 we played with 11 teams. So maybe like the regular viewers of Pubgm Mobile Esports is used to see like 16 teams. So naturally, if there's 11 teams as compared to the usual 16 teams, like the pace will be a little bit different. So I would kind of expect that because of that number, the pace might be slightly different. But because it's also the second day, i.e. the last day and the last sprint for all these teams, normally, especially when we reach the second half of the last day, right, teams will just go at it at each other. Like they don't think too much, like they just loot and they just go. Whoever they see, they shoot. As straightforward as that. So I would expect that to happen today.
Yeah, in fairness, I do agree with you. We do have lesser teams for Asia A, but when it comes to clashes, I feel like, we will expect that. Okay, we do have lesser teams in this lobby, so perhaps the fights will happen towards the latter stages, but it's not. That's the beauty of Asia A, is that we do expect, like maybe 2 to 3 clashes happen at the beginning of the match. But since there is an added layer of complexity here in the tournament, since we're down to our final 6 matches, we don't exactly know if teams are going to go for the aggressive playstyle or the passive playstyle. But one thing is for sure, like we've always said this, in any tournament, you cannot really go through a tournament with just focusing on getting some placement points or like getting the chicken dinner. I think the important part is that you really focus, or like a team should focus on being consistent when it comes to elimination points. I think that's what really is going to help you win a tournament.
Yeah, you mentioned that yesterday, that you're not a fan of chicken dinners. Well, not literally in that way, but but to re-illustrate what you mentioned even yesterday, is that focus on the elimination points will probably bring you more benefit. And I do agree as well. Like if you kind of think about it, right? Let's say if you get eliminated early, if like you're in a bracket that doesn't give you any placement points at all, that is a zero, right? It's like 9 and above, but somehow you're able to gain like 3, 4, 5 eliminations. Hey, that's not too
Yeah.
bad overall. You would naturally do better than a lot of teams because of that.
Yes, and since every elimination point, I mean, like every elimination adds 1 point, right? So making aggressive play is just as rewarding as smart positioning, right? So the point system that we have, it really pushes teams, to balance strategy and firepower. I mean, you cannot really just camp your way to the top anymore. Whether you're wiping.
Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. All right, you're back. You're back. Not sure. You're back. Yes, I can, but I'm not sure if you can hear me now. Yeah. Okay. I guess Red Queen will be back with us soon, and while that's happening, we will jump straight into Sanhok, people. Game number 1, let's go! And I'm not too sure if Red Queen can hear me, but if not, then I guess you guys would be together with me. Accompany me, people. Anyway, flight path here, we're going to start from Camp Alpha all the way to Kampong. So it's going to be a nice flight path cutting down the middle. Very balanced flight path. It is Sanhok anyway. So even if it's like a sided type of flight path, generally teams can still reach their regular drop spot. But since it's cut in the middle, so it's even easier for every team. Now, Ray Queen did mention about Paradise Resort housing 2 teams. I'm keeping my eye on that area to see if that's going to happen again, or is it going to be left to 1 team. And there is a chance we might see 2 teams, or maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like it's going to be left to only 1 team. But Painan, we might see a challenge, or not really though. Looks like everyone has their own good spread, and even inside of bootcamp, we have a team occupying it. So, okay, that's progress there, ladies and gentlemen, by Kazakhstan to take over bootcamp, the center of the map. Okay. Right, so I guess Red Queen will be away for the moment. So you guys will be together with me, and let's see
Hello.
what potentially might happen here. Well, since everyone has their own regular drop spot, or maybe their own drop spot, I wouldn't say regular, but their own drop spot. So we're not going to see an early clash. The next closest one that I noticed was in Painan. But even so, there is a good enough amount of space between the teams who were in Painan and also somewhere around Painan as well. So I don't think that there will be a direct clash. And plus, the circle is a okay and kind circle. I don't expect to see these early fights. It may go until stage number 2, but if it's if it were to take into consideration that this is Sanhok, it's the smallest map of them all inside of the realm of PUBG Mobile Esports, then perhaps it might be slightly faster than stage number 2. So we'll see on that. Looks like Team Quiet is one of the players taking their time, I believe. And they're playing by the rim of the circle, so since they have all the space they want, so they can truly take their time. Not going to be a problem here. And Cam Bravo, we have Team Oman playing by the rim of the circle. Naturally, if you play by the rim, there is a chance or a high chance that the circle will move away. So just got to be prepared for that situation. And when it comes to Team Mongolia, this is a country that is very known in the PUBG Mobile esports scene to be very, very strong. And so far, so good for them. I mean, they're in top 3. And no chicken dinner, no problem for Team Mongolia. So as long as they can maintain this, then they're cool. Because The main objective is to be in the top 3 to move into the next round. So I'm sure there is a decent amount of expectation from Team Mongolia to be able to perform. In fact, it's reflected by the amount of eliminations that they have from day 1. 35 eliminations, the second highest besides Kyrgyzstan, who's number 1 with 47 eliminations. So that's still pretty nice. Now it's all about maintaining consistency. Because if we were to look at the overall rankings, the points are still very close. Like even for like top 3, like number 3, like Mongolia has 50 points. And Uzbekistan 46, so that's 4 points difference. And then we have Jordan, and so on and so forth. So they're really close now. For the elimination feed, Aggressor looks like he was involved in the fight, and Kazakhstan, they lost one of their players, unfortunately. Lost it to the hands of Uzbekistan. And Uzbekistan just right in front. We have Fuyo here, trying to gather information. Raindrop gets one for himself. Gets an elimination, but Raindrop gets countered back. At least he managed to get 1 point, but he's not out of it yet. Fuyo drops a shot, exposes himself. Luckily, together with his teammate Thanos, they will get 1. Aggressor will be down on the ground. And from the side, it's going to be Jiro waiting for the right moment to interfere. Sung gets Jonic. So that's going to be another point for Team Mongolia. And we have Spidey here rushing in. He's on the lower ground. He does have a DBS. No very clutchable weapon. He gets Fuyo. 1 more behind the rock. Needs time to reload. He only has 2 bullets right now, but he's very low on health. He needs to rush in. No space for him to play with, but it's from the other side. Team Mongolia became the bane to eliminate Team Uzbekistan. Well. That's what you get inside of Sanhok. It's a small map. So when you start fighting one team, you can't expect other teams to be around the corner as well. Such as Team Mongolia early on, like how we saw that one. From afar, stealing away that elimination point. Potentially, it was supposed to be for Kazakhstan, but then again, Team Mongolia, they just had to put in from that distance. But extra point for them. Now 4 elimination points for Team Mongolia. On the elimination feed, looks like a Team Quiet in a fight. And we have probably Team Quiet actually winning the fight so far. But then again, one of their players, Ragnar, currently down on the ground. Welcome. Oh, wow. Wow.
I missed a lot. I told you we're gonna see some awesome drop clashes that can happen here in Sanhok. And just looking at looking at things, Uzbekistan is out, Kazakhstan is out. Wow, what happened? And we're looking at another fight that can actually commence.
And we're still in stage 1. So can you imagine that?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, welcome back, Red Queen.
Oh man, I'm glad to be back, but I missed the action. But it's still okay because we got 9 more teams. Okay, 9 more teams for stage 1, and then 5 seconds before we move into stage 2. So, I'm more excited to see action right here because Kuwait might be instigating a fight, up against Syria. But we got one of them, Ali, cooking up a nade here. He could potentially shut down Ragnar, but Ragnar was able to step away, move away a little. So I guess there's a chance for them to reset.
Oh, and Zakaria from afar, landing those shots. Not able to get a knockdown, but he knows where exactly his opponents are at. He continues on, almost getting another knock, but the nade beside him, Zakaria, naded down by Meshal. Now he has to be saved by his teammates on the way.
Oh, man. Okay, so one of them currently knocked down. Okay, so Kuwait is doing their best to actually hold on to this advantage. We got Meshal cooking up a nade now. If he would be accurate with the shot here, he could potentially shut down not just 1, but 2. Here comes the attack, but it's a little bit overcooked. But Meshal already decided to go for the charge. It's going to be a 3v1 mix. Here comes the dance-off. Meshal with a DBS, and that's 2 points in the back. They'll make that 3.
Wow, low ground DBS gameplay. What an insane move here by Meshal. But then again, it's not over yet for him. Okay, he has to clear everyone up, collect those points in. But the last player of Quiet, he managed to get away. But now we're going to focus on the Ragnar. Ragnar. Now take it down. It's only Michelle left right now. Michelle, he has to fend for himself, but good work by him. So far, Quiet, 6 elimination points. But drive by, but salami.
Oh man. I didn't choose the Thug Life. Thug Life chose me. That was an awesome drive-by. I mean, if you do see an opportunity to take an elimination point, you just have to seize them. And that's exactly what we saw coming from that team. We're still looking at 8 teams remaining. Salami now has a chance to recuperate the situation. I mean, he's able to do bandages onto his wounds here. He was able to bag one for the team, and they will continue to rack up some more because they're holding on to a very good compound over here. So they do have some protection. But I can't say the same thing for Song of Mongolia. But I mean, if Raindrop's gonna go for that pickup, he needs to do it soon because Syria might be there to go for the kill.
Raindrop. He wants to save his teammate, but he knows the risk of going down. So he's really taking his time. But still, he can. Just waiting for the right moment. Now here's Raindrop again. Scoping onto the other side. Oh, Jiro's on it. So Song will be back up. So Mongolia, they'll still retain all 4 of their players.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the important thing is that you get to keep your squad up until the latter stages of the map here. I mean, that would always be an advantage, that is for sure. But, it's a different story for Syria. Iesf, Ali, both out of the game here. But for Syria, they're able to bag 3 elimination points. And so I think they have a fair chance of getting to the last few zones here. But they need to pick their fights. They need to be able to get to a location where they can be safe, at least up until we get to maybe stage 7. But in the meantime, KGZ spotted a player, went for that massive spray, standing up, not even on prone here. So I don't know how he handles the recoil over here, but it's such a great display of control. But I think he was able to inflict damage. I think, the bullets connected, but it wasn't enough, to take that player down. I mean, we can also consider the distance, they have between one another.
Yeah, but the distance will be closed now that we have a circle shift. Stage number 3 it is. We have a couple of teams on the outside of the circle, so naturally they will need to move in. One of them is Oman. Now in their vehicles, and this is an example like what you mentioned, right? Like normally inside of Sanhok you would see lesser vehicles used, but Oman is one of those teams that are using a vehicle now.
Right? I told you they love to use vehicles over here. And here comes another look at what happened a while ago. This is the clutch, the 1v3 clutch by Meshal. Just look at how he did it. That's how it's done. Dropping players just like that. Kuwait was able to score some points in that exchange.
Nicely done. And plus he was on the lower ground. No geographical advantage, but still able to get 3 knockdowns back to back. That was beautifully executed by Mashal. And because of that, Kuwait, now they're still in the game. And because we're in the top 8, not only he has collected 6 elimination points, or as a team they have collected 6 elimination points, but they are also starting to collect placement points.
Yeah, I mean, they are the highest performing team, at least for game number 1 here, Sir Cloud. It only goes to show that Kuwait cannot Kuwait to be at the top.
And they will not quit. Okay.
Yes.
I try. But the next team, okay. Oh, UAE. Okay, the team that is struggling from day number 1. But now they're in the top 8, starting to bring in the placement points. So far, so good for UAE. And plus, they still have a full team. Anything can happen. If they can score the chicken dinner in game number 1, who knows? It could be a miracle run for them.
Yeah, based from what I've observed so far during day number 1, I mean, UAE loves to do a drop clash, in every map. So perhaps, they've already taken down notes during day number 1 here, and now they're recalibrating their strategy. And this is actually good. For Sanhok, they're now part of top 8. They're here at stage 3. Maybe, if they can really make a series of good decisions over here, then it can be possible for them to score a chicken dinner. But in the meantime, it's a little bit quiet now in the jungle of Sanhok. No mayhem is being started just yet, considering maybe because just at stage 3 here, and we still got 8 teams. It's a lot lesser, compared to the other lobbies. So we've got plenty more space to go here. So we just need to be patient. At least, the teams need to be patient here. They need to set up the traps. They need to have that element of surprise to actually successfully ambush a team here.
Yeah, and like what you said right now, we get to see a good overview of where everyone's at, and they have their own corner. But this circle, stage number 4, this is where we will see a lot more fights. And within the circle, we only have 3 teams for now. But based on the positioning, it does seem like Team Mongolia will have a good, easy access into this stage of circle.
Team Mongolia. Oh yeah. I mean, it's a clear space. They don't have to deal with any teams here. They could probably move to that compound close to the north side of the zone. That is if, of course, Syria won't be bothered to get to that location. But they are holding on to a compound over here. They could probably go up against Kuwait. Michal coming from the boot camp area. But that is, of course, considering where the next circle will land. But yes, I mean, Mongolia, I don't think they're going to have a problem stepping into the zone here. But coming off the kill feed, though, a player from UAE gets taken down, and Ragnarok just making sure their presence is felt in this mayhem.
And here comes the gunshot from afar. UAE in action. Trying to get his target. It's going to be Brook. But his teammate, Lin, is currently down. Needs a bit of help. Ragnarok will be eliminated by the zone, but at the same time, Tom is actually on the higher ground. So Brook, he wants to advance. He has to knock him down, but his teammate got him covered there.
Good reflex. Okay. Great shot from Tom. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to put Brook down for now, but he did get a lot of damage from that one. UAE right now in an altercation, and they know they cannot afford to lose into a fight now. It's going to be tough, though, because they're going to go up against Jordan over here, who kind of had an explosive play during day number 1 here. So perhaps they do have some momentum left, from that day. But here comes Life now with a charge. Unfortunately, he lost that 1v1 fight up against El Chap here. And it's a good thing, for United Arab Emirates.
But unfortunately, El Chap is not able to heal up in time and will be knocked down inside of the zone or inside the blue. And I doubt he will be able to be saved. Now Tom, still active here. He gets one. Okay, got Brook. One more to go. But can he do it before he goes down? The answer is no. Denied away.
So, I mean, this is by far, like a great improvement coming from UAE. And I guess, they listen to their fans and they really pick up the notes. They learn their lessons, from day number 1 here. And they are applying everything that they've learned so far into the remaining matches here for today. And we did see Aleko actually getting a point there from, dropping someone from that vehicle.
Wow, nice spray there while the vehicle was moving. Immediately gets a knock and securing that elimination point. Now next, it's going to be Warrior getting Salami. Looks like he knows what he's having for dinner now. And but Salami is still not eliminated yet. And his teammate Amar is on his way to save him. They should be able to do it since it's quite a distance between the two of them.
All right, KGZ, again, the top performing team from this group. They're still a complete squad here, so that makes them very, very deadly. I mean, they already have the momentum. They are dictating the pace of the game here. We don't even know if they're really gunning for the first chicken dinner here, but we've known these guys to be extremely aggressive. It's a different kind of tactics we're seeing from them today. Usually we see them go for elimination points at the beginning of the match here, but this time they are taking their time. They're being very patient here. So this is another side that we haven't seen yet.
But we will see a fight soon. Here from the lower ground, going up to the higher ground. And there's still the powerhouse here. Kyrgyzstan still in the game. So if anybody wants to take that top spot, they have to find a way to eliminate Kyrgyzstan. So far, Kyrgyzstan only 1 elimination point. But they've been playing this round a little bit more safe. But they do spot out somebody trying to get into the circle, and it's going to be Mashal. Mashal being the final player of Kuwait, eliminated at number 6.
Yep, and now just like that, I mean, we're down to 5 teams remaining. Oh, that was fast. But anyway, Iraq back on the screen here, and unfortunately for Raindrop, though, he took a lot of bullets coming from Azzy, and now he's facing the floor. And I don't think he will be, or he can help friends, to finish up the game here. But Syria, again, with that nice angle, was able to bag a point as well. 4 teams remaining for stage 6.
Wow, okay. And they can still rank in more elimination points. As for Team Mongolia, 6 elimination points as of now, but they need to move into the circle. They have to cross this road. 3 of them still left behind. While Iraq monitoring the situation where Alaku here just looking down the road, waiting for them to make the move, putting themselves out in the open, and Alaku will be ready to shoot them down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's about maximizing every opportunity here, just like what Raindrop is doing. I mean, he looked to the left, he saw a player, and he immediately opened fires. He's very quick with the trigger. Unfortunately, he's not very quick to dodge. Bullets also being sent to his direction, and now he is on bended knees.
It's going to be a difficult mission here for Team Mongolia. The circle truly doesn't favor them. They do have 1 player across though, so that's at least something. But here comes a back from afar onto Song. But Song, thanks to the smoke, he still survives. But for how long is going to be the question. Here's Desert sneaking up behind Warrior. If he can get Warrior, then maybe his other teammates have a chance.
And check it out, Song, after getting revived in a crucial situation, was able to bag a point as well. Warrior getting beaten up by Desert Faye. That was a long sneaky attack here coming from Mongolia, and a very successful one. That was an essential knockdown.
Beautiful one. Very, very important. Now he gave his teammates a bit of a lifeline to get across, but the other teammates of Iraq is still around. Wajiro got Alaku. Okay. Team Mongolia, they could survive this one.
Ooh, man. I think, based on their position, since they are the ones a bit scattered, in the zone, they are going for that zone control, and they're doing an amazing job so far, even with just 3 members here. I mean, they've already dropped 9 points. So, when we talk about, getting the rhythm right, Mongolia pretty much has it down already. 4 teams remaining. And again, from the kill feed, it's Renmar this time facing the ground. And we've got KGZ to thank for that one. And I think, Ashland also got a lot of that damage from the team.
And Team Mongolia, they somehow managed to make it across. Wow, I am absolutely impressed. But Team Iraq right now, we're going to try to eliminate Team Mongolia. Team Mongolia, they're busy at the northern side.
Oh, no.
And it looks like at the north, Kyrgyzstan, the top #1 team, have been eliminated.
Oh, no. Okay. All right, here we go. Mongolia right now on a double-digit finish. Song is doing amazing so far. Oh my god! Jiro, the hero from Mongolia, dropping a nade like that and getting someone to knock down on the ground. But let's see what Desert Faye is going to do in this situation. Wackler is doing his best, of course, to survive the game as well. And there you go. With a massive counter, Wackler was able to shut down a player from Mongolia. So this is going to be maybe a 2v1 situation. Can Wackler pull off a clutch?
But the answer is no, as the blue put pressure onto him, force him to move forward. And Team Mongolia, they know that he will be coming. They needed that one shot to take him out. And Team Mongolia scores their first chicken dinner for themselves in Group A.
Like what I said, Sir Cloud, even if we have lesser teams in this lobby, it's a fast-paced one. Teams are so eager to really have those trade-offs right off the bat here. And again, this set of teams did not disappoint. And now we're looking at the final blow here. This is just a recap of what just happened. And Mongolia, just look at how they actually dominated Sanhok over here. And Wacklar, we cannot just really discard the effort that this guy put on. It's just so unfortunate because, he's dealing with a lot of players, from the squad, and so it's kind of an obvious outcome. It can be overwhelming, so yeah, we have to give it to Mongolia. It's a convincing win.
Well, the fact that they survived crossing that road, that was the start to them winning this one. If they failed to cross the road, then it would have been a totally different story. And Iraq was looking down onto them, but still they found a way. It was amazing on how they actually managed that one. 12 elimination points for Team Mongolia. And with the chicken dinner, it's going to be 22 points collected by them in this round. Now, have they done enough to take the number one spot? Probably not yet, but definitely getting closer.
You know what? At least this is a statement that, Mongolia will be stepping up, for the remaining matches today or the remaining matches for the qualifiers. So we just have to, I guess, bank on their consistency in getting the job done here. But as for the stats, again, Sung got knocked down a couple of times, inside the map here, but he was able to bounce back, was able to reclaim his power and was able to drop 5 elimination points inside the game, the highest, in the team.
Yeah, and everybody contributed if you kind of think about it. So nobody was a bystander for Team Mongolia as well. So that's what's impressive about them. Another thing that impressed me is that the longest elimination distance, 222. You don't always get to see that kind of number here. But throwables use 63. That is definitely on the lower side.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing a double-digit score when it comes to the throwables use. We always see, like a triple-digit here. But then again, we are just at the beginning of the, beginning of the day number 2 here for Asia A. So maybe when we get to those 3 wrangles that we're gonna have tonight, I feel like this number is really gonna go high.
Oh, but here is the head-to-head between Team Mongolia and Team Kuwait. Remember the clutch 1v3? Yep. It's what's contributed to their 6 eliminations for Team Kuwait in this round. But of course, Team Mongolia, we saw early on that they scored 12 elimination points. So that's natural if you are the team that lasted the longest and you had to fight so many other teams to get into the circle. So 12 elimination points for them. And that is bundled together with the amount of damage that they have here, 1,623. Together with the assists and knockout. So it's pretty much a whole bundle here for Team Mongolia. Quite obvious comparison here, but I still got to give the best highlight in this round is that 1v3 clutch by Team Kuwait.
This win from Mongolia, I feel like it's already an invitation, to the other teams here inside the lobby to kind of perform and like step up their gameplay. You need to step on the gas here if you want to remain competitive. Again, it's going to be a tight competition, especially those teams at the podium stage. Since we only have 3 teams getting into the grand finals here, every elimination will count. That is for sure, and every map will count. So I guess teams really need to focus on executing a flawless plan here. Again, mistakes, they have no room here.
Yeah, totally agree, right? And Team Kuwait is also one of those teams like somewhere in the middle of the board. So like what you said, every point would count for them. Now, this is the match ranking here. So Team Mongolia, 22 points collected, and they are the only team with a double digit. And it's not like an early double digit. This is like 22 points, and then the second place, which is Kyrgyzstan, 9 points. Can you imagine that gap?
Oh yeah, for sure. That is humongous. I mean, like, we just know that the firepower of Mongolia right now is at its optimum best. So teams really need to, I guess, level up, in the remaining matches again. We really don't have much time to work it. I mean, KGZ will be safe, because they are the top dogs at the moment, but that could change. I mean, if Mongolia can keep up this pace, there's no doubt that they could even maybe top the charts here. So nobody is safe just yet.
Yeah, but at least Kyrgyzstan, they managed to gain 9 points in total. So that's not too bad for this round. Now, flipping over to page number 2. So we have 2 teams. Unfortunately, not able to gain any points at all. Turkmenistan, no points. And also Lebanon, no points collected by them. And Turkmenistan, I don't think they played in this round. But for Lebanon, they played. And they need to make a big comeback in the following round, because last we checked in the overall standings when we started the day, they are somewhere at the bottom 3.
Okay, well, let's check it out. Overall standings, ladies and gents, KGC maintains their position at the top here with a total of 90 points. Still, that is quite a gap up against Mongolia here, who has 72, but they did move up one rank here, shutting down Iraq with only 69 points. So top three teams, KGZ, Mongolia, and Iraq. But Kuwait, I guess they've already, start building their momentum as well. They moved up one rank here, placing at fourth. Uzbekistan, Jordan, Syria, obviously there's still something that needs to be done, in order for them to tweak their strategy a bit to improve their status. But as for UAE, from 3 to 7, still a single digit here in the overall standings. But again, I'm just gonna say that by far, from all of the games that they've played since they won, this is the best so far.
And the points are still close enough, so it gives a reason and an objective for a lot of teams in the middle bracket to try to fight for the top 3 spot. And now, since we're done with game number 1, we only have 5 more games to go. After this, we're going to roll to a different map. We're going to go to the OG map of Erangel after this, and I believe we're going to see a very different kind of strategy coming in from all these teams. But before we head on to that, we'll be taking a short break, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys after this break.